Right, we could have our first Georgian find of the day, and it is just down here.
Dale's detecting takes us back in time. Echoes of history in every find.
Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gents. The theme of this video today is Georgian period. So we're going to find as many coins and artefacts as we can with this metal detector. And the Georgian period was 200 to 300 years old. They made some nice coins and artefacts. We might find younger, we might find older, but the theme is Georgian. So let's go. Let's get straight into it. Right, this not Georgian, I don't think. This is probably older. It could be Georgian, but it is the customary musket ball. Now that could be 1600s, but it could be also 1700s, but I think it's a bit too early to be in the Georgian period, so I'm going to count that out for now, but there'll be plenty more Georgian finds, I'm sure of it. Let's carry on. Wow, 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 this is unbelievable. This is not Georgian either, but this is something a lot older. It's a hammered coin. Second target. Am I pointing at the right thing? Yeah, there it is. I'm 4 times zoomed in here, so hopefully you can see that. I'll just come out to normal and let's pick it up. Hammered coin, ladies and gents. The holy grail of metal detecting. And I've got it here. I mean, I'm not going to clean it on camera, but it looks to be a medieval penny. I guess probably 1200, so 800 years old this. But I'm going to clean it up and I'm going to come back on camera. Give me a sec. Ladies and gents, that is a London minted Edward coin. Now I'm not sure if it's Edward the 1st, 2nd or 3rd, but it is definitely an Edward. 800 years old. And I am over the moon with that. Not Georgian, as I said, but that is a very, very nice find for the G2 Plus. Let's carry on. Right, that 10-year-old machine has just found me a piece of lead, but the only reason I'm showing you is because it's got a nail or screw in it. So it used to be something that was screwed into something. Not sure what it is, but it is something. It's not Georgian, I don't. Well, it could be Georgian. It could be Georgian. It's one of those miscellaneous ones, so can't really say at the moment. Let's put it in the miscellaneous pile and carry on. Well, we have our first Georgian button. I'm not going to show you all the buttons I find today, if I find more, because they're a bit boring, but that is a Georgian button. Again, 200 years old probably. So there you go. It's Georgian, so I'm going to just show you this, but if I get any more I'm not going to bother. And this is a really nice one, of course. Some of them have got really nice decoration on them. So let's see anyway. Now I know it's not metal, but that is either a Chuda or a Georgian brick. So we're in the right area here. That has come from a house that has been demolished in the time of history. So just showing you, it might be Chuda, it might be a bit older. So Chuda, just so you know, 500 years ago. So that's like the 1500s into the 1400s. But that is a good sign, because on top of Chuda, the Georgians built their houses. So there's a bit of knowledge for you. Let's carry on. Right, this should be exactly what I've come here to show you today. There, I believe down there is a Georgian coin. Let me zoom in. Just under this bit of mud. Georgian coin. I'm sure if it's not a Victoria, it could be a Victoria, but Georgian coin. Let's have a look. A lot of these very, very worn, so I might not be able to tell, in which case I will attribute it to the Georgian period, which is probably what I'm going to do here, because there is not a lot of detail on that. But going by the thickness, I would say that's probably a George. Oh, sticking my neck on the line. George the Second, maybe, which would take it into the late 1700s, which would be over 200 years old, 225, 250 years old, and that is exactly what I was hoping we'd get. So let's tick that off the list. That is Georgian. Right, I'm in the middle of a load of rubble just over there, if I can point properly, just over there, and it's Georgian rubble. So I'm guessing I've just found a piece of Georgian glass. Now, I didn't expect to get all these bits and pieces that aren't metal Georgian related, but I might as well show you. The video's themed Georgian, so if that is Georgian glass, that's at least 150 years old. It definitely looks like it's got that wear on it. It's very thick as well, so the more modern we get, the thinner it gets, because obviously we tried to save money, but the Georgians didn't know that. So I would say that's a piece of Georgian glass. Is that Georgian, ladies and gents? I'm not sure. It's in the rubble. It's in the Georgian brick rubble, and it's a big bit of iron with 2 holes. Now that could be some kind of tractor part, which wouldn't be Georgian, but it looks more like a household decoration to me. I mean, it has got a bit of writing or something on the side, so maybe if it has got writing on the side, it's a tractor part, but you make up your own mind and you let me know. Yeah, this rubble's Georgian, alright. I know I said I wouldn't bring you another button, but it's evidence. It's evidence, ladies and gents. This is a tomback button, and they date 17 to 1800s, so that'd make it 200, 250 years old. So yeah, there you go. Evidence of Georgian activity. There was a house here. We're starting to hot up. That looks like a Georgian clasp of some kind. Let me zoom in. There you go, look at that. Nice little clasp. I don't think it's any older. I mean, that might be 1800s. So 220 years old, 225 years old. But that is a target find for the theme of the day. More than happy with that. Let's carry on. Can you see it, ladies and gents? I've just found a spindle wool. Now, it's hard to date that. I don't know if it's Georgian or not. It could well be, but it's probably going to be older. I think 1600, so 400 years, 500 years old maybe. And it's a spindle wool, like I say. So they used to spin yarn with these. This is quite a chunky one. I mean, it looks like a spindle wool. It's a bit more uniform than, or a bit more deeper on the edges than I thought it might be, but it could well be a spindle wool. It's definitely a weight of some kind, isn't it? So that's a nice find, but I think it's going to be, well, with the straight edges, if it is a weight, it is Georgian. If it's a spindle wool, I think it'll be a bit older, but thoughts on a postcard. Lovely jubbly. Well, this has got a Georgian patina. I ain't got a clue what it is, but it's definitely old. I think that has got a Georgian look to it. Let's just zoom in. You let me know what you think. Right, this could well be Georgian as well. I mean, the bowl on it is quite small, but it could still be Georgian. So let's pick it up. It's a clay pipe, and it's the business end. It's the actual bowl where the tobacco would have gone. Now, these got smaller as time went on because you put less tobacco in them, because it costs more money to put more tobacco. So that could well be from the 1700s, 300 years old. Not found with a metal detector, unfortunately, but it's still Georgian. So I'm pretty happy with that. Variety of finds today. And that is a nice little pipe bowl. A bit like the modern day cigarette or vapes. They used to use the clay pipes. Unfortunately, this is older than Georgian. At first I thought it was an open top thimble, but I think it's just broken. It might still be an open top thimble. Some of them had closed tips, some of them had open-ended tips, but that is broken. You can quite clearly see, I think that's probably Chuda in date. I think that's quite an old one. So I can't claim that as Georgian, and I'm getting pretty tired now, so I'm not sure if I'll get much more, but we'll keep searching, and if I do, I will be back on. Well, ladies and gents, that concludes today's proceedings. Please, if you did like the video, give me a thumbs up on YouTube and also a comment, and I'll always endeavour to reply as soon as I can. And if you're feeling generous, please subscribe. Till the next one, I'll see you later. Bye for now.